Hi, people of the Philippines and people of the world. Hit the button below. And you will be subscribing to the Boy Abunda Talk channel on YouTube. Let's keep talking. Now let's talk about the Miss U Philippines journey. So nung araw na nag-decision kang, I'm going to fill out the application form 11:59 in the evening, what was going on in your mind?
I know the gravity of this situation. If you get this Miss Universe title, it's also a huge responsibility. And syempre joining is also taxing for your strength. So I told my mom, I have to do this.
Oh,
But it's my dream.
I think you were being recruited for Miss World Philippines.
Yes,
You said no to that, huh?
yes, Tito Boy,
Bakit?
because of the COVID pandemic. So
Okay.
that time I wasn't yet vaccinated. So I thought it was too dangerous.
All right.
But in another time, I would have joined.
Oo.
But then I realized it was better because I was really happy with Miss Universe Philippines.
Oo.
You know, kasi Tito Boy, I've always been a fan of how the Miss Universe organization has functioned. And so that's why I decided that Miss Universe is the pageant.
So when decision ka, of course, mom and dad were there, and they said,
My mom and dad, they're always my biggest fans. They have such huge trust in whatever I decide.
okay.
So my mom and dad said that if you don't want to, it's okay. If you want to, it's okay.
But mama's na kasi it's okay. We are now in the middle of the journey. How has it been so far? Let's start with the headshot challenge.
That was shot, click, and then done. You know by who? Miss Tita Lala Flores, my makeup artist.
Sila rin ang kumuha.
Opo.
Okay.
That was from a shoot from before because I really like my long hair there, and so Tita Lala was like, I have an HD copy of that, and she sent it to me immediately. She was in the middle of a shoot, but she paused everything and sent the photo.
As this was going on, were you doing training in Masbate?
I was in Masbate lang, Tito Boy, so I didn't have much training. But Tito Boy, the thing is kasi I have trained since I was 15 for beauty pageants.
Okay.
I was in Masbate, but then for the swimsuit challenge, I wanted to go to Manila so that I will be able to have some support also and input from my camp Aces and Queens.
Aces and Queens, right. Oo.
So I went to Manila po, yun na po yung sumakay ako sa Roro, and it was a Titanic experience.
Tapos pagdating,
And then the moment
Swimwear ka agad.
swimwear.
how was it?
It was my first swimwear photo shoot, but really it's about embracing your body.
Yeah.
A lot of people say this in advertisements, but really it's hard work. Eradicating your doubts as they come. So parang ninja. For example, there's a doubt that comes.
Ah. What was the best way to pose?
I think
Because I'm sure a lot of young girls
Yes.
who really will be watching this.
to all the young girls, you really have to make yourself feel light, not heavy.
Okay, how do you do that?
I think
Is it mental? Is
it's also about, it's a mix of mental and physical.
it okay?
You don't think to yourself, oh, I'm heavy. No, feel light, feel calm.
How was the swimwear? Did you do well?
There are always going to be mixed reactions. But overall, I'm very happy with how it turned out. Because what I wanted to achieve was that I was sexy, I was a woman, but I didn't want to be too sexy that people wouldn't
No.
see a trace of myself.
Oh.
I wouldn't want to be too transformed.
So after the swimwear, what happened?
There's the interview challenge pala, Tito Boy.
Ah,
Just
okay.
yesterday, I was supposed to message you, but then I fell asleep.
Okay.
It was a Zoom interview, and we were asked 3 questions. And before that, we were to introduce ourselves, and so the board of judges were there. And sobrang quick lang, kasi you have to introduce yourself in 45 seconds and answer the question in 30.
So how did you introduce yourself?
Because in the trainings kasi, they want you to think about your life story, what you want to share,
Yeah.
which version
Yeah.
of you. And what really stood out to me that I wanted to share is that I'm a miracle baby. It colored how I live.
Right. So what were the questions? Interesting.
The questions, there was one about Shakespeare saying that the eyes are the windows to the soul. So what can people see the moment they look at your eyes?
What did you say?
And
How did you answer that?
I answered that by saying that I'm ready. I wanted the people to know that this Miss Universe job is something that I am ready for. And there's this question also, Tito Boy, of a lot of critics are saying that beauty pageants are promoting stereotypes. And so what can you say about that? And I told them that that itself is a stereotype because we should be able to do what we want. And actually I mentioned that joining beauty pageant and owning yourself, that's one way of breaking the stereotype, I think. Because I've seen a lot of girls that after they have joined a beauty pageant, their whole attitude about themselves has changed. There was also the question of how did the experience of the pandemic change you?
Oh, okay.
And I answered that very honestly that because of being away from my work, it was also sad for me. But Tito Boy, when you get used to it, you are able to make these people smile. You also miss it. A lot of people say that, thank you for inspiring me, thank you for making me smile. But really, you make me smile.
So after the interview challenge, meron bang mga ibang challenges? You had a pasarela, right?
Yes, the
Oh.
runway challenge.
The runway
Tito Boy, I was so excited about the runway challenge because I think a girl's walk says so much about yourself. Your demeanor as you walk. And so when I was 15, I was taught pasarela. My trainer told me that we can teach every girl the same thing, but every girl would walk differently because their personality is in it. And that's what I love about pageantry. It's so much celebrating the self-expression that you do.
I liked it. You said that, we can teach girls how to walk, but each one will do it differently because each one has a unique, peculiar personality. What kind of a walk do you have? Show it to me now.
I wanted to walk with two hands, and that's okay too. But secret na lang ako sa pageant.
Oo. May mga sikreto lang yan.
I like to put all my weight here at the back, and then when
At the back?
yes, and
Okay.
then this leg is so light, it's floating now because all my weight is at the back. So every time I step, all my weight is here naman, not at the back.
But you know that, but when you walk, hindi mo na iniisip yun.
Yeah.
Oo. It comes
So it's
natural
just-
na.
yes.
It comes naturally. Wow! It's that much walking. Panonoodin mo natin kung ano yan.
Yay.
Oo. We're now going to go to the questions of the birds to close this interview. How are beauty pageants relevant to the time of the pandemic?
I think that beauty pageants are relevant because they are giving joy to those who love beauty pageants. If there's anything that we should do right now, it's to be welcoming of all the interests that people have and celebrate those things because a lot of girls are also having their confidence, and not only the girls, the designers too. We need a little more.
Yeah. You are at the pearly gates, God is there and says, you can ask him one question. What would you ask him and why?
I would really love to know why he saved me during all those times that I could have died. I want to know what makes me special because that will inform how I will live.
Okay? Should a transgender woman be allowed to join beauty pageants?
If that trans woman would be able to celebrate herself the most if she joins a Miss Universe pageant, go for it. Because women are multidimensional. And if you're a trans woman and you want to win Miss Universe, you put your heart into it, you will make a change. Parang ang dami na tuloy ng tao dito.
Tatato lang ang audience natin. Perfect imperfection. When you hear this, what comes to mind?
My vulnerability. Because people consider this my biggest weakness. That I'm very vulnerable, very sensitive. But it's my biggest strength. this imperfection, I am able to understand people. That when people cry, when I see someone cry, I cry too. Because I know how it feels to be that sad. That's my strength.
Would you rather be influential or powerful?
I think I would rather be influential. Because when you speak to someone and you are influential, you are able to make this person rise up. Most especially now in this COVID pandemic. If there is an anti-vaxxer, there is so much power if you're influential because this person will be able to be swayed into the right direction if you know how to say the right words.
This is my controversial question. Kaya kisses ago, when is it okay not to be okay? And when is it not okay to be not okay?
It's okay to be not okay when you need time to heal. But it's not okay to continue to be not okay when some people can benefit from you fighting to go into the deep and try to be okay no matter how hard it is so that other people, you can help other people to be okay.
What fear do you have that you would like to conquer? And why?
The fear that I will not be loved for exactly as I am. I feel that sometimes I intimidate someone too much that I like. I feel like there's no one for me sometimes because I'm a lot of things. I hope I conquer that because I know time will come when the right person will come and I would never have to doubt that all along I wouldn't have found it.
What is the most significant change you've seen in the world in the last 10 years?
The change that happened in the COVID pandemic. Because in 10 years, that's little change compared to what happened in the time of the pandemic, wherein people came together. Because, for example, the vaccine was made out of the impossible.
Mm-hmm.
I think that gives us a peek in how much this society, the human race, can actually conquer as a whole.
Name a current or past world leader whom you admire and why.
I really admire this leader. She's a general and her name is Gabriela Sula. She's not a president, but she might as well be because of everything that she has done for the Philippines and everything she has done for women.
What advice can you give a 16-year-old girl for her to become more socially aware and become empowered like you?
Being socially aware comes with first being self-aware. Because being self-aware, you will be able to know your strengths and weaknesses. And once you know that, the other outer things is easier to manage. I like this.
Yeah. Do a 1-minute speech about your advocacy that you're most passionate about.
A lot of people should focus on giving to the poor. No matter whether it is money or it is service. Growing up, I noticed that my mother and father was able to help the poor by going into business. I think they were able to alleviate poverty somehow in my city by lowering down the prices, and that alone has changed a lot of things. But now we as people, no matter how little, we can give. Because I think that while we are enjoying our success, some of us, we have a fulfillment when we are able to give to the most vulnerable, most needy. Thank you.
What kind of day would describe the best day in your life?
I achieve all my morning goals. I am able to work out. I am able to do my morning prayer. I'm able to give my mom and dad a bear hug. And then, before the night ends, I was able to meet a person that someday make my heart sparkle.
Kung makakalusot ki Daddy. Why do you deserve the crown?
I think that I deserve the crown because have been preparing for this my whole life. The world has prepared me for this. The experiences that has been given to me, the love, because I am able to give so much love, because I have first received that love from my mom, from my dad.
What is your definition of a winner?
A winner for me is not just during the game, but every moment before that, from backstage to backstage, without contest or with contest. That's the measure.
What are your thoughts about romantic relationships, which began and developed on social media during the pandemic lockdown?
I think it's very much possible to find love on social media. Love knows no bounds, really. But I think there's so much more challenge nowadays with regards to social media. So I think that if your love is sincere and pure, once you have established that connection in social media, you will solidify this by going to meet that person you love.
Women make up 49% of the global workforce. What do you believe is the most important issue facing women in the workplace today?
There has been many strides in income equality. But I think that there should be more to be done in the pay of our women leaders and women workers. I think that it begins by asking for it. Really being bold that even though this has always been the way of paying our women workers, that we need to strive and fight that, oh, this has to change. And it changes now.
What is the difference between healthy positivity and toxic positivity?
I like positivity in general, but I think that we can also have toxic positivity by not acknowledging our emotions. If we conceal, because emotions are there because we have to feel. In order to live, we have to live with our emotions. But there is a way to always turn things into positive, only if first we acknowledge and feel. And
When is the right time to listen, and when is the right time to speak?
the right time to listen is when the person needs listening to. If that person needs your full attention, your acknowledgement, you need to listen and show that person you're there to listen. But I think it's time to speak when you know that your knowledge and your advice, your experience can inform that person to live a better way.
This is maraming salamat. It has been
Thank you
so
so
fun.
I had so much fun
Yeah.
with you.
This concludes our second episode of the Purple Chair interview.
Yay!
Maraming salamat. We all pray that may the desire of your good heart come true.
Thank you, Tito.
We will be with you in this journey.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat. And to you out there, thank you. You stay blessed, you stay kind, stay healthy. And make your nanay, make your tatay proud. Take care of yourselves and of each other. And God bless us all. Goodbye for now. Hi, people of the Philippines and people of the world. Hit the button below. And you will be subscribing to the Boy Abunda Talk channel on YouTube. Let's keep talking.